Hey everybody, this is Glidercat, and it's time to play. We are back in Captain of Industry. Last episode, while I had my head down, busy making other mistakes, I learned that our heavily reinforced storage of iron ore was apparently built on oatmeal or something because it collapsed due to one little depression here. And so we lost a whole big hopper full of iron ore, but in the span of about 30 seconds we have that fixed. That is all back and running. We have a big pile of trash here. There might be iron ore in that, who knows. But we'll get that cleaned out. A little embarrassing, so we won't talk about it. But let's clean out the rest of the remnants here of stuff we no longer need. Right next to a previous disaster where we're filling in. The flooded iron mine. But actually, it's all going pretty good. Not too concerned about that. That is fully restored. We were working on kind of transforming our old wood dock to bring in rock. That's underway. Looks like almost can get rid of the old wood storage here. And then, last but not least, we noticed we got hit by a severe flu. Looks like it is past. We no longer have that problem, but we took a huge hit in terms of workers. We have plenty of unity, and we have some friendly colonies around us. Let's see if we can't recoup some of that population lost. We can get 20 from those guys. We can get 30 from these guys. Get another 20 from these guys. Nothing from them. They don't want to come over here. Looks like we'll need to upgrade. Oh, this one only takes construction part 2s to increase our reputation. We'll probably do that. So we're still 10 workers short. Not too bad, all things considered. I didn't see it in enough time to turn on our clinic. Otherwise, we might have healed some people up. We did throughout that flu. Maybe it helped, maybe it didn't. Have our health boost on, double health boost. So we had 20 extra health points throughout. We'll see. Maybe we can recover. We do have a lot of production going. We could dial something back just to get workers back in the positive. Let's take down some of these construction part 1s. Okay, now we're back to fully staffed. All the essentials are fully staffed. So what's left? What's left? And we do have a requirement for a lot more workers. There's 22 for this cargo ship. I suppose this can all be paused. This is going to be our new rock mine imports. We want these guys still going. Diesel looks fine. Crude's a little on the low side. We do need more workers. When we looked at edicts a while ago, we were considering the difference between the health boost and the growth boost. Let's try adding one to the growth boost and see if we can't accelerate people coming onto the island, because we do need more workers. I think I'm going to pause this whole setup. We're going to need to send our ship out too, our flagship, to go repair that rock mine. Still waiting on materials. That's fine. Construction part 3s. But this one, I think might be ready to go. We could send this guy out. We have the workers. Let's do it. This is our new wood supply. How's the warehouse looking? Pretty good. We'll hold 4320. And we could look to belt this wood where it's needed, which is way out here. I think this is the start of the wood. That's a big crazy belt we would need to put in. But we could float underneath some of this stuff. Trucks can still get through here, though, actually, and I think they actually do. You can see the ground is worn here, so that's actually a road. But we could run a belt of wood in parallel. Oof. I think. Well, every time we do add to this spaghetti, we end up with a bunch of trucks not being able to get to where they need to go. But we could do it. We came in outside this rubber line. Ooh, nope, there's somebody underneath there already. Shoot. Yeah, we would need to get into this warehouse. The other thing we could do is just run a belt on the ground. Maybe move this mind control tower, run a belt on the ground, and just a belt up here that brings wood from the warehouse down and just snakes underneath. It would save a little bit of road traffic, but it's going to be a bunch of new belt in an already kind of messy area. You have to cut through. We have to cut through here, maybe. Could follow this fuel line. Man, we could do it. Oh man, is it worth it though? Man, it does add to the spaghetti. Oh. Is it worth doing or not? We'd save on trucking expense. Let's just see where this wood goes for the heck of it. Is it just for construction part ones and that's it? Let's look at wood. Just curious. Is that all we use wood for in the entire colony? Construction part ones. Oh, later on we have some stuff. Household goods. Probably should be doing that now. We have steel and glass, and I'm sure we have a surplus steel and glass. We could be increasing our unity probably from doing that, right? Providing household goods. Looks like that's the last thing. So construction part ones and household goods is all we need wood for. Let's look at a colony. Household goods. Status of the services provided to the settlement. Open the tutorial. Just curious what it says about household goods. Unity. Unity gain or loss can be seen in the population overview window. The maximum amount of unity. Okay, gain loss. Are we losing unity? No. Just wondering what this 2.1 number is. Is that the potential gain? Okay, Unity is important to run things such as research labs, oil rigs, or edicts. Unity can be increased by providing better services to your settlement or building a better housing. Unity from settlements is generated on a monthly basis. I think that's the potential. We could get 2.1 more Unity. That would, allow us to do health improvements and growth. But we'd have to provide household goods. We could do that fairly easy. We have glass here. We have steel there. Glass and steel is all we need. And wood. We could just literally split from these couple belts here up the top, right? And then bring wood from here somehow. And jam it in here. Have household goods. Throw a module onto our colony to accept them. Could be worth doing. Okay, let me just check everything. Maintenance looks good. Diesel we saw is fine. Just want to make sure while I got my head down here thinking about this stuff, we're not getting in trouble. Food, I think, is great. Ignore the low food supply warning. It's a lie. Oh, it's not a lie. Look at this. We're burning through our food. What? Wow, we're burning through our food. And I have a new greenhouse, too. Wonder what that's all about. We might need to upgrade these. Okay, 4 point... Let's see here. This is potato and vegetables, and we're getting, what, 10.8? Production every 60? And the old one gets us 8.8. So we could get 2 more food if we upgrade this to greenhouse. We have tons of steel. Of course, it takes construction part 3s, which we're struggling with at the moment. We do have a lot of glass, and we've got the ability to ramp up glass. Can't believe I'm having to upgrade food. Shocked. Let's upgrade 2 of these. Boom. Upgrade 2 of the greenhouses, and then we're going to need to ramp up our glass production. Let's do that. Unpause that glass maker. Let's unpause another furnace, blast furnace. We have the glass mix is pretty much backed up. I'll keep one mixer still doing it. Looks like we getting to where we could use a little bit more sand. So yeah, that's more important than furniture, is making sure we have more food. So we'll let those guys do their thing. That'll get us a bit more food. We can always upgrade these too, but we'll wait until we get a little more glass. Okay, I was thinking about sending out our wood cargo ship. Is that all? Okay, that's all in motion. We could add more workers. We have plenty. Workers to the sawmill out at sea. But I think we're going to be just fine with what we have. So we'll let that do its thing. Maybe once this fills up, we can pause this whole thing. How about construction parts for the rock mine? Cannot unload cargo. Okay, shipyard's full. Been doing a bunch of demolishing. So what's the shipyard full of this time? Rubber and iron plates, huh? Let's do truck imports on for rubber. Hopefully it won't come from across the island. Hopefully we can just we'll turn truck exports off. But hopefully some trucks will pull rubber. How do I stop them from taking it from where I don't want them to take it? Hopefully they'll empty the shipyard and not bring rubber from way over at the copper mine. But I basically want to empty the shipyard. Don't like how that works. There's probably a technique for that. Having maybe a warehouse available that's just set to keep empty, but maybe they still would stock it instead of filling up our shipyard. Kind of irritating the way that's set up. What to do, what to do. Iron rebounded. Look how fast iron rebounded, just super quick. Let's take a look over here. What's going on? Terraforming continues. We have the corn issue that we can take advantage of. Try and turn that into compost. I think most of our electronics related work is done. We talked about maybe pausing this belt just so that we could clear all this stuff out. But it looks like we're emptying these containers. Truck import is off. Import is off. Okay. So maybe it's time to tear this stuff up. In fact, let's do some of that. This can surely go. Vehicles, how we doing? We've got room for 22 more vehicles. Do we want to build more before we get rid of this? To have some more stuff over this way. Could maybe accelerate our terraforming. Rearrange things a bit to have like one crew doing mining, a very small crew doing mining on copper just to keep up. Probably will only take one excavator. Have a second team focused on massive terraforming. And then have one little tiny team focused on chewing up the little parts where we have stone at level 2. That's an option. This guy looks like he's waiting on trucks. Should we go for that? This guy is ready to go, but I don't have quite enough workers. Kind of want to get that going, though. Oh, man. So much to do. Let's see. Are these empty now? Now, what's the holdup? Close. Trucking's very busy. That's probably the holdup. That warehouse has tons of room. Cargo ship went out. So this, we would want some kind of storage, big giant storage for rock. Tell you what, when the cargo ship comes back, we're going to pause all this operation. Ooh, I've got enough workers now. 92 workers. I was going to say pause this, free up workers so we can send the ship out. Let's see. Let's send the ship out and repair that stone mine or rock mine. Load the crew. Think we can do this way out here. Deliver the cargo. Boom. It's a long trip. Off goes the ship. That'll be cool. And we can get this terraforming going. That's going to be a big project. I want a lot of workers for that too. For the offshore mine, we're going to need a bunch of workers. And then just for the ship and the terminals here, it's going to take a bunch of workers too. We might think about donating here. Man, 100 construction part 3s. That would allow us to adopt 30, or this to accumulate to 30 we could adopt at a time. And then this one. This one we could donate to next. Let's set this to donate. And let's start gathering the materials at the shipyard. Again, just planning ahead so we can adopt more workers. Because we're going to need a lot. North Fill Tower has no designations. North Fill Tower. This looks like... Yeah, this is the tower we were using to get up to level 2. Let's do it. Let's give this guy a new area to work on. Boom. I don't need you guys to do... Oh, you could do digging, couldn't you? This is where we kind of transition from level 3 to level 2, right? I'm just going to use this as a fill designation. I'm going to take the trucks off for now. Take the excavator off. We'll get that reassigned. And let's set this to fill everything in with dirt to level 2. Boom. Maybe not right next to the iron mine. Is there iron under here? Probably is. Yeah, we're going to want to dig that out. Let's see. We'll leave this up. And let's not fill where the iron is. I still want to go deep and see if we can exhaust this mine fully before we really terraform on top of it. Including this area. I'm going to dig all that out. And including the coal area. Coal, we have paused all of the excavators here. And we're focused on these guys who are doing a bit of terraforming along with getting coal. How are you guys doing for designations? Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. They have a bunch more room. Workers, we're short workers again. Now we're short even more. Are we having problems or anything? Minus 28 workers. Let's pause this whole operation. That puts us back in the positive. Oh, our rock mine just came online, I bet. Bet that's what it was. Yeah, our ship's on the way back. Rock mine, what? 50 people. Is this unlimited? Production level. Stored product. And I can upgrade this mine, which we might do. We might just do this. It takes a lot of construction part 3s. But I want to do a lot of terraforming. I think this is infinite. Let me just check an oil rig. Yeah, that oil rig has reserve status. The rock mine does not. Yeah, we are going to want to upgrade this for sure. But we won't do it right out of the gate. We'll try and catch up on our construction part 3s. Yeah, we were doing pretty good on those earlier, and so I had like only one thing running. But now we seem to really, really need those quite a bit. I think we have enough production here. We could upgrade this. It's actually a little more efficient if we do. Let's do one more, or let's do them both. We might have to upgrade more over here too as we go. Let's get these up to the next level. It's a bummer because I'm pretty confident we're going to rip all that out later, but it's probably much later, so we might as well do the upgrades. Ship is back. Doesn't need to be repaired, just refueled. Ready to go, right? Let's go upgrade that little village. Deliver cargo. Can adopt while we're here. That'll allow us to get more workers, in theory. We need to keep grabbing population. We do need to keep in mind food production when we do all this, right? We're bringing a lot of people. A lot of hungry mouths onto the island. But this terraforming over here is going to allow us to put down more farms. That's kind of what's earmarked for this area. And then this may turn into food production. We'll see. All this is going to go. Looks like we got one of our greenhouses up. So that gave us a little bit more. 2 units of food every, whatever, 60 seconds or 60 units of time. We might end up doing the rest of these, even though they're somewhat temporary. They're probably going to be around for a while. Might be worth the investment. Class is doing well. We talked about doing furniture for Unity. Could do that. That's a small little project. Let's see. Let's give that some thought. If we look at housing and services, household goods module, right? Accepts furniture. 16 workers. Oh, man. That ties up 16 workers. Can't these people just order online? Why do we need 16? I guess they have to fulfill the orders. Not crazy about that, but we could do it. It's so easy. Just to take this excess production, combine it with wood, which we have right here. Kind of need to do it, I think. It's going to be a little easier to route. Also, let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Flat conveyor. We'll start with level 1s. We'll upgrade if we need to. And I'm going to hang out underneath this belt, I think. See if we can join in. Okay, here. Let's build to there for now. That's our wood coming in. And maybe just 1 or 2 of these things. Thinking about the assemblies, do we want like 2 big electric assemblies? I don't know how much our population is going to consume. We get 16 every 60 seconds. Not intending to have this be like a major scale operation here, but how could we think about this? We got to get the product back out and over this way. Would 2 be enough, even if it's temporary? We're going to take the glass and the steel from there. Let's start with 2. These are the upgraded guys, so those should produce at a high level. Put these on household goods. We may need that unity as we spin up the, that offshore rock mine and stuff. Looks like health is down again. Do we have a flu? We do. Man, you guys are killing me with the flus. Let's pause this, empty the crew, and turn on the clinic. Maybe we'll get a little bit of luck. Looks like they're going to be pushing us to do the medical supplies. It looks like the flu is a heavily recurring thing. It reminds me of the drought when I very first played this game. Way, way, way early, pre-alpha. And the drought would roll in after a little while, and man, it was torturous. Okay, these belts are going to have to change, because they're not going to be happy. I won't be able to extend the curve on the curve here, I don't think. Oops. Don't think, will they let me connect? Yeah, I can't join to a ramp. So that ramp, that's going to have to come out. This will take a little work. I think this is going to be worth it and probably even necessary. So, kind of something that had to be done. This one I'm going to do ugly. We're going to branch off of you and just come back around somehow. Something like this. In fact, you could probably come down a level here. That's fine. Here. Oh, I put those on backwards. That's a bummer. I built these assemblies backwards. Pretend it didn't happen. wood we have here. That may have to crawl on the ground. How are we going to do this? I'd love to let trucks still come through here. We can kind of look at the dirt. Trucks do come through this area. The ground is kind of worn. All right, let's put these back. Of course, I wasted the most valuable resource. Construction part 3s. But we are producing quite a bit. In fact, we're bouncing back on those. We have 173 already in stock. I need trucks to stay able to get into this. Pick up these vehicle parts. They might be able to truck in from behind. Okay, that's low. Now steel needs to come across the top. Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? That is better. Steel. Steel. Circle glass down here, I believe. And now, like I said, we got to bring in wood. I want to do it in a way, if I can, it's going to not inhibit trucks from moving through this area. Seems like I have to come across tall, up high, work my way over here, and then I can do whatever I want. Oh no, they have to get in there. How can I do this? This is our wood. How can I get wood over to here? Let's set these. Household goods, household goods. Then we'll worry about the output belt. Shouldn't be a problem. Wood. My hunch is to come across this way, high, up high, up high, up high. Cross this way up high somehow, and then, man, I just don't want to block this path. It's not the end of the world. I can always run another belt and put a warehouse here to make these vehicle parts available, but just trying to see if there's a way I can make this happen. I need to get a belt pretty much on the ground over here to feed into those two inputs. Let's try it. Let's just try and figure it out as we go. Okay, are you hooked up? No, not even close. That's us. What about something like this? That gonna want to do it not quite the way I want, but this I think is gonna do. This is gonna be sufficient. Let's call it that. Can't branch off of that because it's on a slope, so we're just gonna have to live with the ugly. That's us. I think trucks can get under this one, right? It's too high, hopefully. 1, 2 units high, I mean. Not TOO high. I think trucks can get through there. Bunch of stuff needs to get built before we can test this out. And now we need to build that module somewhere. Yes. Ideally, you would have them all on one side, but I'm not going to run a belt over there. I don't think. I think I'm just going to snap one on here. Because colony size, what do we have for homes? Yeah, we have room for like 730 more people, something like that. 722 more people. We've got a bunch of modules here to upgrade yet. So I don't think we're going to be desperate for space to expand for a while. So maybe we just shoot into here. Out comes the household goods. Could run this parallel to these pipes up high so trucks can get through. And then just kind of split over here and into a module. Man. We'll clean it up later. This is quote unquote temporary. We'll only have it in place for another 37 episodes and then we'll clean it up. Okay, our third greenhouse is up and running. That's good to see. The other option for the furniture or for the household goods is to run it along these food belts. Could be in parallel. Slap our module right there for furniture or household goods. I'm anticipating we're going to have more food modules here. It'd be nice to keep them together, but... Oh man, indecision. My middle name. Where do we want to put this? Furniture. It's like the flu is over and we're starting to recover population. That's good. Unity is slightly negative. We spent a bunch of it to recruit new colonists. Getting a little price on that. Our ship is empty, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, we ruined down quite a lot of workers. Still trying to determine the best place to dump furniture without blocking roads. Seems like over here is actually maybe a good idea. Let's do it. Let's do it. We can always change it. Sometime later, never. Boom, 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 boom. And now, whoops, you need to start coming up. We go under here. Up high, and then I guess try and pay attention to pillars, right? We'll try to parallel with these ones. Well, putting the module off this way. See if it fits. We can't do much else over here anyway because we have this big pipe. At least for now we do. Household goods. Collision with the pipe. Yeah, no, won't fit. What about here? Kind of an odd spot. Oh, collision with pipe. That would have been kind of neat. We could always move the pipe. Or we could just do it here. Do it there. Done. course, they started building the one segment I'm going to rip out. All right, that'll be cool. I think that's going to get us some. That's going to get us some more unity that is needed. I think that's going to be a good thing. That was worth a little distraction. Let's go back to Copperville and see if we can get rid of more stuff. The answer appears to be some stuff, yes. And then I think we want to rework the job crews over here. The mind control tower can go. Let's get rid of some of this. This can go. Not everything yet. This is set to full empty. These are all set to empty. We just have to wait. These look like they're almost empty. That one's not. This one is. Are we terraforming, right? We're not doing copper right now. 2 little terraformers. This guy doesn't have anything to do, right? Yep. I think that's the one. Yeah, let's edit his area. Boom, you can keep chewing along the coast. Down to level 2. Get rid of these designations. They're all done. And then let's give this guy maybe another truck. And I was talking about building more trucks before we get rid of this. Let's do... do we want... Let's get a couple more big excavators. Boom, boom. 3, 4, 5. Let's get 5 big excavators going here. We'll assign them over into this area, and then we'll rework these job crews. What are we doing on construction part 3s? We have 129. I do want to upgrade all of these hoppers, or these storage containers, once we're looking a little better on construction part 3s. What else do we have here? We have stuff that can go. That can go. I had workers sitting in there that aren't doing anything. Same thing here and here. Flag needs to be emptied out completely. There's an old copper plate warehouse. I think this was for emptying the ship or something, believe it or not. I'm not using it now. It can go. Looks like I have another cache of copper here. This we're going to have to empty. It has absolutely nowhere to go. We talked about having a big giant storage for copper here. Guess maybe we should just do it. A little cramped. A little more cramped than I want. But let's prepare for that. We'll unpause this belt. And what are you? Conveyor 2. Connect this up. And then how about a big giant storage? Little snug in here. If I hug these pipes, it's going to limit me being able to route more materials through here, so I should probably go in the middle. I don't feel like it. Let's bulky and ugly, and this is supposed to be our new nice clean area. I didn't plan for copper storage. Could do it in here. Right? Because the copper's coming through. Could just tap into that supply. But then it's going to starve these guys out because the storage would be downstream of these two assemblers. That's not so great. I feel like it needs to go right here, but man, it's right in the middle. What else? Let me think about this for an hour. We could wiggle that pipe around and have this off to the side, but then the copper would have to go through a different ramp. Show you what I'm thinking. Copper's coming out through here, the copper sheets. Currently it goes under this ramp. We don't have a way to store it before it starts being used in production, and I'd like to have, you know, a big supply of copper available, just in case we need to shut things down if we have a bad flu or something, and maybe some critical components could still work or something, but we could shut down the smelting at least and free up workers. So I'm thinking of taking this belt and changing the direction so the copper plates travel off to the right. Maybe they go under a new ramp here. Boom, boom. So we keep this thoroughfare open for trucking. A brand new ramp, come under here. And then maybe the big storage is this way. Somewhere. Because we have some land, no man's land here. We're not sure what we're going to use it for. Come underneath. We could even, yeah, and just put it into a big warehouse here. Boom, and then belt out of that warehouse and run a new belt for copper supply to these guys. So instead of coming from underneath the ramp, it would come off from the right from a new big giant warehouse, kind of like that one. And then more copper lines could spawn from that to wherever else we need copper. Right now, it seems to just be electronics. Well, let's not look at that right now. I was going to say we could look at the recipe, see where else copper plates are used, but it's not really important for this decision. So that's our copper. If we did put another ramp, I like the aesthetically how that would look. Let's take a look and see what we can do with this conveyor. It's probably a 2, right? Is it a 2? Yeah, let's do 2. Can I even get this down? To travel underneath the... Yeah, it looks like I can. Right? I'm looking, I'm eyeballing the other ramp. We're at ground level here. There's a little bit of a squiggle to get down. It's not horrible looking. The other option would have been to... No, we have to be at the end of this third line of copper production. So yeah, the squiggle's not horrible. Kind of like this idea. I'm going to go with it. Let's get a ramp. Start with small one. We can always upgrade later if we need it. Boom to boom. Just like the idea of keeping this path nice, clean, and consistent. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then let's run that belt through. This is conveyor 2. And now we need to come on up. That's our steam. We can always move that pipe anywhere we want it. So where do we want that big copper storage? Right there? Do we have terrain issues? We do. We're going to have to fill. Or else we can put it there. Let's put it right here for now. A big, huge storage. And then we can fill this in and maybe put another big storage if we feel we need to. Doubt we would need to. I think it'll fit right there. Hopefully it won't complain about unstable ground. Boom. Decision made. Bear 2. Boink. Boink. Copper plate, or just copper, I guess. And then we need to reroute this belt. I'm not crazy about having belts travel in 2 different directions that feed a factory, but it's going to have to be the way it is, I think. I need to take out this little nugget. And this section needs to be reversed. This needs to be disconnected, so we can delete that now. We no longer need it. Ooh, can I get that part that's underground? Let's see. It should do it. Or under the ramp, not underground, but under the ramp. Then we have a little bit here that needs to go too. Is it okay if we block the road here? I don't have to if I go up here. Let's see. This may be not so great, but does leave open a path for vehicles to sneak on through there if they need to. May not be totally necessary, but we'll do it. And then I think this just needs to be... Ooh, did that do it? Looks like that did fix that. Cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, that gets us some storage for copper. I think that is better. Still kicking out electronic parts. Looks like that belt is backing up. That's fine, because we're just going to empty all this stuff. 2 empty warehouses, those can go, and all the belts around it can go. In fact, all of this can go, right? Hey, there's one of our new excavators. Pretty cool. That just will not empty. There's 6 more nuggets stuff in there. That can go. This can go. Look at this water we're not going to need. We might just pitch this. Amazing. Yeah, all this can go, I think. Boom, we'll save the vehicle shop. That rubber will be moved, I think. This rubber... Yeah, we don't have a buffer for rubber coming into here, but maybe we just don't need it. Maybe we buffer on the outside. The output side, buffer the products that are output from a factory rather than buffering the inputs going into a factory. Might be easier to keep track of what we have good supplies of and what we don't. You can always look over here at this screen as well, but sometimes it's just faster to do this, in my opinion. Is that the correct direction? It is. How are we doing on construction part 3? It's 132. Ship is just waiting for crew and something to do. Rock guy is waiting for crew and storage. Tell you what, it's time to end this episode already. Would we? You're okay. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on food, oddly enough. Look at this. We are running out of food. I cannot believe it. Shocked. Absolutely shocked. This was all full, like back up to here. We might need to use a Unity for that. We'll see. Maybe once we start delivering furniture, that will allow us to kick on a food saver. Come on, just building projects here. What's going on? Trucking is very busy. That's what's going on. Vehicle parts. We're going to need to turn that factory back on. Let's do it. But yeah, let's wrap this one here. We'll pick it up next episode. We'll double check the factory, the furniture production or household goods production. Verify that that is all working and we're getting the Unity bonus out of that. Once we do, if the Unity kicks up positive, I may take at least one Unity a month and put that on Food Saver just to make sure we're safe on food. But you can kind of see why, you might disagree, but you might see why I have all the storage for food. We burned through a ton of food in a very short period of time. And if I didn't have this buffer here, we may have hit a death spiral that I couldn't recover from. But because I have this buffer and I'm able to check it every once in a while, it's giving me time to ramp up greenhouses, think about the Unity bonus without falling into a death spiral because we have too many people and not enough food. Same thing with the fuel, right? And kind of keep an eye on it. But yeah, we'll pick it up next episode. We got plenty to do. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Sincerely, as always. Appreciate it. I'll see y'all in the next episode.